Alright, YouTube, Nate Dunn back at it again, Mississippi Wrenches. So today what we have here is it's a 1972 Toyota Land Cruiser. I thought that I would never have one of these on the channel before. This one here was kind of a shock. But the background story with this Land Cruiser is right here. This is what it all started with. It was a spot on the fender that I had to fix. Long story short, tried to fix it. It looked decent at first, but this is what happens when you push the envelope too far. Thus the fender didn't match, so we had to pretty much paint the whole truck now, because whoever painted beforehand did not leave us a paint code to try to even reference. So we had to paint the whole Toyota all over, or at least the tan part. We left the white alone there. But here it is. Like I said, I'm just giving you some little shots of beforehand. Like I said, it wasn't a bad looking Land Cruiser when it came in. It really wasn't. It was just a touch up, became a whole paint job. That's pretty much the saying of this here. But otherwise, it's a pretty cool little Land Cruiser. It's a little small for me though. It's hard to drive it, but here we go.
So after a whole lot of sanding, it's ready for paint. Like I said, this was about 2 hours. I'm gonna still do the Comet wash. Make sure we got it taken care of. But otherwise though, about 2 hours later, it's ready to roll. There's a couple spots on the fenders just kind of fixed there. There's like a little bad spot there, and then a little bad bubble there, and another bad spot right there. That was the reason why we're doing this whole job in the first place. It started with that, and it ended with that, and then it ended with this here, because we could not match the paint, because we did not know who the original person was that painted this truck. We didn't know what code they used, so we was pretty much stuck in the dark. Until then, the next scene should be me possibly having this thing all taped up, and we'll just get started spraying. Until then, stay tuned.
So this is it, all taped up, masked up, minus the front bumper. I wound up putting the plastic over it a little later on after this shot. This whole ordeal, that's a unique part about this as well too. Pretty much this truck here, I was pretty much given 2 days. We had to have this thing painted in 2 days. And yeah, I really pushed it this time. I definitely pushed it. It was able to be done, but boy, that was a push. Right here is an adhesion promoter, that U-pole. I got it from O'Reilly's. Like I said, I usually use as a TriStar or a TransStar, my bad, adhesion promoter, but I didn't have it with me at the time. But it's all right though. This one here is pretty decent. I just use it to spray around the tape edges, like you see right here. Pretty much just kind of help where I got it taped off, it help it to kind of stick a little bit better on them edges. Like I said, any little bit of help. At least with this job here, I get a chance to try out my new wheel covers, and I'm digging it. I like it a lot. It covers them big wheels up nice and easy. And then I went ahead and plastic the roof as well too. And so this thing here is pretty much ready to go. I went ahead and tacked it off already, so this is pretty much ready for me to start shooting. In the next scene, I'm going to show you the paint and the materials we're going to be using on this job here. It's a little bit different than what I use on the channel, but I think it's going to help some of y'all that's trying to do like a little paint job at the house. It's just something that's relatively available. So this right here is a clear coat Master Pro This is the clear coat I've been using on the last couple videos. The one with that Tahoe, or, I'm sorry, the Yukon, and the one with that Avalon. So right now, this paint was supposed to have been a 2-to-1 supposedly, but you'll see in a minute there that sometimes people make mistakes. So I think he wrote on the can 2-to-1, the person that mixed the paint up. But be honest with you, this paint was so transparent that, be honest with you, if I would have still kept painting with that mixture, that 2-to-1, I'll still be basing to this day. And it's about a week later after I done painted this thing. But this experience is gonna tell you, stop and go ahead and mix 1-to-1. When you mix 1-to-1, you're golden. But no, anyway, that Master Pro clear coat, I actually am I'm pretty impressed by that. But main thing is, I'm using this clear to show y'all that this clear is it's pretty user friendly and it's relatively available easily wise. So in case you're in a pinch or something, if you got local O'Reilly's that mix paint, go ahead and hit them up with that Master Pro clear, and it's gonna help you out. Now, is it the best? No, it's not the best, but it's a decent, I put it this way, it's a decent production clear. It's a decent production clear there. It's got a nice shine to it. This was the first time I actually done a whole paint job with that clear coat. So it's kind of a struggle at first there because it was trying to dry on me too fast. But anyway, this is that transparent paint still, and it's just I'm just showing you. I'm just going through it right now. Like I said, I might as well just use that paint that I got in the gun. Ain't no need of wasting it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try to at least get one coat down. Then I'm gonna come back with the 1-to-1 mixing ratio of this paint, and you'll see the difference. Now we're cooking with grease now. Now I'm getting me some coverage. And so unfortunately, with that 2-to-1 mix of the base, I had pretty much a big old not a gallon cup, but one of those big cups you can just pretty much mix all the paint all in one. I want to say maybe a quart. I'll say it's a quart size. I had went ahead and, or was it two quart, maybe 2 quarts. I think it's a 2-quart bucket. Anyway, I digress. That paint there, I left that paint in there still, but I went ahead and just mixed me up a cup of 1-to-1 of this base coat. So what I'm gonna do is, so we don't waste that paint, I'm gonna go ahead and get my coverage with this one here, because even then that 2-to-1, it still was kind of covering. Like I said, it was just very transparent. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this 1-to-1 mix in this cup I got now. Go ahead and get my color down, and then after that I'm gonna use that other paint in that bucket, the transparent one, to finish basing, and thus I have maximum coverage. Look at how butter smooth this paint is. It's no pun intended that, I don't know, I guess when I was painting this whole Land Cruiser anyway, I just wanted a piece of butterscotch candy. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just the color of it. But it laid out very smooth and very flat, and it definitely covered. Now, after I did that 1-to-1 mixing ratio, and then that transparent 2-to-1, I got maximum coverage, and it's good to go now. So I'm just letting it dry here and be ready for my clear coat, which will be now. So this one right here is just my first coat of clear of that Master Pro. And so my first coat of clear, it serves one purpose and one purpose only, for my glue. I'm not worried about the gloss right now. We're just gonna go ahead and just keep on spraying. So pretty much I'm just laying it down as even as possible and just trying to get the clear on the panel. Once it's clear on the panel, I'm golden. And that way it'll kind of harden up, tack up a little bit, just enough for me to go ahead and put on my second coat and my third coat and my fourth coat. Yeah, I put 4 coats of clear on this job here. But like I said, that first coat serves only one purpose and one purpose only, to be the glue. Like I said, it's not terrible for the first coat of clear. It's not bad at all there, not for the first coat. But I can kind of see just kind of a medium sheen kind of that clear. So it's not quite as glossy as I would like it to be, but that's all right though. So like I said before, this first coat of clear was not intended to be glossy. It was just intended to be the glue and glue only. Second coat, I'm finna bring on the thunder. Let's get it, baby. Lightweight. And by the way, the gun I'm using for the clear coat is the LS 400, the Supernova LS 400. It's pretty much a base gun for the Supernova series, the Iwata Supernovas. It's pretty much a base gun, but it works out amazing for clear coat. I forgot how smooth this gun was. The Iwata Supernovas, they don't play. I still want that WS, but right now I gotta just stay with the LS. That's about the only LS that I will ever like. Some of my Chevy fans wouldn't catch that drift, but nah, it's good to have a little car war every now and then. But yes, that's my Supernova, my Iwata Supernova LS 400, and that thing just works. It just works. And then another thing too, I can tell with this clear coat, it was a little hard to keep that wet edge. It's because the activator Unfortunately, with this Master Pro, if you go to O'Reilly's, this is another thing to keep in mind. The activator is medium. It's medium, so that's why I said you need to make sure if you do get this clear, make sure to keep that in mind. As far as to spraying weather, if you got access to a booth like this here, turn the heat off so that way you can get that wet edge. Like I said, it might do good for more outside wise, but you gotta pick and choose the right day to spray. If you pick too hot of a day, it's gonna pretty much be the same effect as this right here, where it's kind of hard for me to catch the wet edge. I mean, I'm catching the wet edge, but it's trying to dry pretty quickly, but well, a little little quicker than I really would want. So this is the Land Cruiser after about 4 coats of clear, and it looks fantastic. Job done. A lot of my wheeler dealer fans pick up that phrasing, but it's very impressive, that clear is, especially when you start getting around that 3rd coat. That 4th coat is just the icing on the cake. Like I said, it's very impressive. Once you start getting some coats on there, it's gonna be all right. It's pretty slick indeed. And so I done went ahead and unmasked it now. Done took all the paper and all the tape off of it. I still got to put it together as far as just putting the mirrors on and the little antennas, but after that, it'll be ready to roll.
Like I said, I hope y'all really enjoyed the content. And as usual, like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video. I would really appreciate your support. Till then, stay busy, have fun, and make these old school vehicles shine. That one's definitely shining.